So this is like the harshest, most negative, best album I've ever heard Alex talk about. He said hardly anything good except for the way he pronounces Vietnamese. Welcome to Every Album Ever with Mike and Alex. My name is Michael Mansour, and I'm joined, as always, over Skype, once again, by my lovely, wonderful co-host, Alexander Volz. Say hello.
Hello.
This is Every Album Ever, the podcast where we listen to every single album in the world, one artist at a time. It's a new discography, more or less, per episode. And today, we will be discussing every album by
the New York Dolls.
Break out your stilettos and your hairspray and your lipstick. It's going to get wild.
Everything.
Oh, fun.
I got feelings.
What?
I got feelings.
Oh, I got feelings too, dude. I got a lot of feelings. I have way more feelings about this band than I ever imagined I was going. I thought this was going to be a fun, just going, fuck it, New York Dolls. This is going to be a great time. No, I'm mad, dude. This is fucking not at all. Jesus. So, plugs out of the way. Let's get them out of the way. If you'd like to support us, please subscribe on youtube.com/everyalbumever. Leave comments, thumbs up, tell a friend, yada, yada, yada. Rate, review, subscribe, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that good stuff. You can follow me on Instagram at Pope Joseph Ventura and Alex
at Mother Puncture.
I post clips of the show, clips of my Twitch channel, and clips of me playing music. It's all fun. It's all under a minute, so it's pretty, within a minute if you like me or not. It's good. It's good. I swear to God. Please look at it. And if you like, there's a playlist associated with every single album, every single episode that we do, and there should be one, the New York Dolls. Right now, there should be a Spotify link in the description of where you're listening or watching. Man, I'm going through them fast, so I'm already like, holy shit, I'm already at Patreon. Patreon.com/everyalbumever. There we have bonus episodes, early access to the Loose End series. That's where we cover albums of bands we've already covered. Hold on. Let me rephrase that. We cover recent albums by bands we've already covered. So you type all the loose ends. Make sure we get every single fucking album that they've done. Patreon members get access to those episodes a month in advance. And then also you can get, patrons get 20% off all merch. We're getting more merch coming, by the way. More merch. Merch associated with the podcast this time, like actual podcast merch. It's coming. It's going to fucking come, dude.
In talks with the real live artists.
Oh, yeah. What else? Oh, yeah. You can also jump the line if you want to request an artist, everyalbumever@gmail.com. Send our suggestions. We put all the suggestions into a gigantic Google Doc with the names of the person who suggested it highlighted. We will get to them. But if you're impatient, if you're like me, you don't want to fucking wait. You want to jump that line. Tier 2 patrons get to jump the line. We have
like our friend Mario
with the Roots.
With the Roots.
The Roots was a patron requested. Also, this is episode 74. Next week is a very special patron requested episode. And then 2 more actually after that will be patron requested. Interesting picks you guys have. Very interesting stuff. But anyway, okay. New York Dolls. Here's what I thought. You want to know what I thought? I thought I was going to like this band, Alex.
We're on the same page.
Fuck, man.
I can tell when we start procrastinating the same.
Yeah.
I can tell we feel the same. And I feel like I was tricked into listening to like a shittier Aerosmith.
Yeah, I think.
And
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, shittier Aerosmith, shittier Kiss. Like, I think this is one of the most overrated bands of all time.
I think they're extremely overrated, but I do get how they influenced better music. And man, so I go in knowing that Johnny Thunders is the guitar player, and I fucking like Johnny Thunders a lot. Like, I've heard his stuff with the Heartbreakers, and that stuff is like, it's awesome. I fondly remember that, and I still I'll never forget those hooks. Like, those are good songs. I'm like, okay, why wouldn't this be the case? This is his first band, or band he was in prior. It's not that. It's just rock and roll. No. It's not punk. It's like you get here and there. You're like, oh, okay, this is what the late 70s punk scene kind of they derived from. Like I get like that's where they got inspiration. This sounds like some of those bands. Obviously Johnny Thunders, he kind of spearheaded the New York thing with the Heartbreakers in mid 70s. And you get it, but it's not I don't like it as much.
No, I thought it was gonna be cool because like that Ramones song, I think Chinese Rocks is about like hanging out with Johnny Thunders.
And he covers that on the Heartbreakers first album, and it's a great cover. Great cover.
Yeah, and I just I thought this was gonna be fun, and I just fucking dragged through a swamp of mediocrity this week.
I really appreciate. Okay, so this is a very interesting band because not only did they reunite as old men, they have more reunion albums than original studio albums. That is that's a first for us for sure. It's a first for any band that we've covered. I can't think of a single other example.
I think we may have another band coming up that is in a similar situation, but I would say not like maybe not as prolific with the later albums
as New York Dolls.
Yeah, because
and it's not like they're prolific. It's only 3. This is a fairly short discography, but like.
It felt like an eternity.
It sure did. It sure did. It's so it's funny. It's funny. I'm already laughing at this episode, and we're gonna get fucking attacked for this one. I don't care because like
I don't give a shit either.
It's like you can't listen to these later albums and think like, no, it's good. Like it's not. It's fucking not, man. It's like and as for the early stuff. Like they're super original in terms of presentation and stage presence, and even kind of. I mean, they're just playing rock and roll, but it was faster. It is more aggressive. It is more like kind of giving the finger to whatever was mainstream at the time. It's literally a bunch of dudes in dresses. So yeah, for sure, that's like it's super crazy. Musically though, it's like, why?
Yeah, it's just a lot of like it really made me reevaluate how I view Kiss. I've never done like a deep dive on Kiss.
I love me some Kiss, by the way.
I will say the few songs I've heard, like those are good songs. Like they can write good songs.
Yeah. Kiss. Go ahead. I keep cutting you off. Sorry.
I don't know what the fucking appeal is here. I can kind of see because I think 73 was like real early for.
Oh yeah. 73 is real. I mean, it's like they're like lumped in with the Stooges as like proto-punk. Grandfathers of punk.
I was gonna say there were times when I was listening to it when I'm just like, why would anyone listen to this when you could listen to like T-Rex or you could listen to the Stooges or the Ramones? And it's
I think like it has to be because of their antics. Is that the right word? Like the whole gimmick. It has to be because of it. It's super fun.
I guess so. Like they say, Kiss wouldn't exist without this, or the 80s hair metal scene. I think it would have.
I don't know about the hair metal thing. I think is like almost like a 1-to-1 derived from New York Dolls. Like that is a direct influence. Especially if you listen to like the shittier hair metal stuff. It's like it's just rock and roll. It's just like an even worse New York Dolls.
Yeah, it's the same attitude that, they're going to put on makeup and just have a good time and the music is secondary.
That's funny thing about Kiss too, because like, man, they're like the definition of like a solid B in terms of like quality of like their best stuff. Like that's a solid album. That's a fucking 8 out of 10 right there. Kiss, that's a good album. Not my favorite album. It's not my favorite band. It's not my favorite anything. It's a solid, decent, and it's never perfect, but pushed into the realm of, I'm going to remember this because the stupid fucking getup and the gigantic shoes and sparkles. So I get that, but because I'm really trying to put my head in the space of like 73. This is technically 70s punk, a good 4 years before anything, which is like a lifetime.
Getting nasty.
Yeah. So whatever. Let's talk about the actual band.
Talk
okay.
About the music.
Well, who are they? Where do they come from? Obviously New York, but
obviously, but it was started by Sylvian and
never just a man with two first names or last names. Like I can't tell if that's a first name or a last name.
Especially, standard Italian, like Long Island, New York guy.
Ooh, it's trash. Yeah.
So much trash going on there. Like it would only be worse if they were from Staten Island.
And just barely.
Just barely. At least Staten Island's got the Wu-Tang Clan, but
fair enough. Long Island's got Jerry Seinfeld. What's the difference, really?
Yeah, Wu-Tang, Jerry Seinfeld. It's all the same. But yeah, so they started it, and then they recruited Johnny Thunders. The drummer they started with, Billy Murica or Murca.
Wait, how do you spell it?
Murcia.
Oh, Murcia. Yeah.
Murcia. He died.
That's right.
He died from a drug overdose, and
according to the wiki, man, that's a really weird, like, idiot death.
Yeah, like he OD'd, and then they force fed him like coffee.
Yeah,
and then he like choked on it.
He choked on the coffee. Like, man, he did not have the brightest buds.
But they would recruit Jerry Nolan, who would, go on to do, the Johnny Thunders stuff too after this. But they also auditioned Marky Ramone and Peter Criss, who
calling it back to the Kiss thing.
And those two drummers dodged a fucking bullet, I think.
They were in much more successful bands, that's for sure. Significantly more successful bands.
Yeah, I just think like Marky's also one of the most underrated drummers ever. He's like the punk rock Ringo, like people don't.
Oh yeah,
but that's
for sure.
a different band. That's
band, but we will do the Ramones. That's right. That's one band we should have done a long time ago. We'll get to them. God damn it! Yeah, give her fucking bats. All right, go on.
We still got big names.
Yeah,
we're sitting on. So, but yeah, that kind of leads us into the discography from there.
All right, so all together, like we said, they have 5 albums. First one was released in 1973. Last one was released all the way in 2011. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. So let's jump into it. This is 1973's New York Dolls. Come on, bitch. Where the fuck are you? There we go. Nope. Sorry. I'll edit it out.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, so was I. I was totally on board. I was like, all right, this is exactly what I was expecting. This is fun. All right.
Yeah. But it's fun for like 3 songs.
Yeah. So one thing that I took pretty quickly from this, vocals.
I love them.
I think they're great. Also, I think it's another reason why they were so like such a fucking hit. Like, this is a pissed off, gruff, angry New Yorker on vocals. Also wearing a dress, but like that was for this kind of music. That wasn't like, it's happy, fun, dancey rock and roll with like this fucking on the mic.
I forgot to say David Johansen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so we all get it. We all get that. It's a good song. Personality Crisis. I dig it.
It's good. But I don't really dig a lot, and not by much. But I'm just gonna give this best personal because I do not like this discography at all. This is.
I didn't really either, but I don't think I really like. I couldn't bring myself to listen to this again.
Really?
Yeah.
After I listened to them all, I was like, I don't like any of them, but if I was going to listen to anything again, if someone was like, you really need to give it, another go, I would be like, okay, let me go back to this album.
I think that I do need to listen to this one again. I mean, I don't want to, but because like the first time I heard it, I was like, oh, I don't like this. And there's gotta be a reason I don't like this. It's gotta be something I'm missing, something maybe I'm not in the mood for this kind of like something. And then I went back like a completely different day, different mood. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, I'm actually like, I'm invested. I want to hear this. And then the same point in the album, I was like, I'm out. I can't fucking take this. Like, it's still boring. It's still just rock and roll. And if you like rock and roll, this is fucking rad because it's more energetic. Like I said, it's way gruffer. It's absolutely the priming of early punk. It's like, if you like early punk, you buy kind of transitive property kind of have to like this a little bit because it's just so similar, and I do kind of like it, but as a full album, I do not.
I kind of disagree because like I brought up Aerosmith earlier. I like those first 4 Aerosmith
Rocks albums. Is a fucking banger, dude. I love me some Rocks.
So greasy, so sleazy. I love me some like ZZ Top here and there.
So do I.
Yeah, this is just, like Personality Crisis, you really get it's like on this fence of hard rock and punk rock.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like, it's not really a fence a band can ride. It gets real boring real quick. But yeah, that's like, it's like dirty Elton John music.
Oh man, what an insult. That is the lowest thing you could say about it. Jesus Christ. It's like, there's only a few songs on here that I actively don't like. And I will name them all now. And I think they're like beloved songs. Trash. 1. Okay. Trash.
Dude.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. Another band I left out in the comparisons. Like, I think it's a fun song, but there's also this like nagging thing in the back of my head where I'm like, just put on like the Stones.
Yeah. So, okay.
Specifically with that song.
Right. That song, it's like so this is how I felt about a lot of these songs, a lot of this discography, where I heard it the first time and I didn't hate it, but I had this weird feeling like I literally wrote down in the notes, it's fun, but on the wrong day, I could hate this song. And then sure enough, when I heard it again, I hated it. So it's like, it's a lot of these, it's like, it just really depends on, am I in the fucking mood for this right now? Cause it's all so rock and roll. And like, I haven't said it in a long time, but like back in the earlier days of the podcast, I would say almost every episode, I fucking hate rock and roll. I'm so tired. Like, I don't want to.
Said it a lot.
We all have heard them. We all have heard these songs. We all know where they're going. They all have the same fucking structures and formats. And sometimes I don't want to hear a piano going ding, 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 ding. Like it's fuck, man. And that's the whole album. It's really that.
That's their whole career. But some
go ahead. Yeah.
Some levity. And it's a crazy fucking song, Vietnamese Baby.
Oh yeah, I like it. I thought it was pretty good.
I love the way he pronounced Vietnamese.
Hold on, it's coming back to me. I gotta put it on.
Yeah,
I gotta put it on. Yeah. Oh shit, where are we at?
I'm not gonna do it justice. Yeah, but it's fucking funny.
Here it is.
Same song though.
What?
Same song as Personality.
Yeah.
When I'm getting home to you, I gotta show you what I can do. But
Everyone listen closely.
my next, and that ain't nowhere.
Nowhere.
But maybe they're just giving you all you've ever wanted. And maybe you never ever know what that was.
I'm on the edge of my seat, dude.
And maybe you're just finding it out now. Wait a minute, baby.
Dude, I'm never pronouncing that word correctly again. This is forever the way I'm gonna Vietnamese, baby.
Oh,
Vietnamese.
that has to be the most intently we've ever listened to a song before. Just like edge,
Yeah.
like you said, edge of our seats is fucking like. I swear, it's gonna be amazing. And it was.
It's great. But the thing is also that with that song, it totally sounds like 70s punk. And this is 73. So in that, like, yeah, I have to give to this, well, parts of this album, at least to that song. Because yeah, that really wasn't around before this, even though other songs like fucking Frankenstein is 6 minutes of boring rock and roll bullshit.
So disappointing when something's named Frankenstein and it's not fucking cool.
Yeah. And also Pills is a Bo Diddley cover, like a straight up, it's just a rock and roll song. And like my favorite thing about Pills, honestly, is like it predates the era of making every rock song based around a hospital or doctors or giving someone their medicine.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a whole,
That's true.
Fucking Dr. Feelgood and like somebody called me a doctor from Van Halen. There's like a whole era of just.
Yeah, it did happen in the blues a lot. Like I think of St. James Infirmary blues. And, I'm sure there's more, but that's not like my forte. But
yeah,
I always forget about that. And then you say it. I'm like, oh yeah, it was like a blues thing. And then like in the 80s.
Yeah.
And I think
they brought it back.
More bands. Yeah, bring it back.
Jesus Christ. I think Subway Train, it's a solid semi-ballad. Not really. It's not like they don't really have full-on ballads on these early albums. Although, go ahead.
If I'm gonna go ballady, I think Lonely Planet.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
There's some nice flourishes there, but overall I'm just like, oh, okay.
I like it. And I don't think it's the most amazing song, but its simple thing as making it more acoustically driven helps to space out the fucking monotony of the rock and roll. So like, yeah, no, it works. Definitely fits in like it. And also, Private World is fine. And, Jet Boy, they're all okay. They're all cool. They're all fine. I love absolutely nothing on here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, we're the only people in the world who cover this and completely looking for a kiss. That's a good song, though. The biggest song.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, whatever. It's fucking cool. It is cool. I do like it. I think it's and especially, and also like I bet if that song was not track 2, I would have forgotten about it. I would have forgotten about it. Yeah, it's cool. It's fine. Like the fatigue wears in pretty quickly with this album, I think. And I was actually really surprised because I never know which classics I'm going to think are overrated or which ones I think like I'm a fucking idiot for never ever listening to. And I really did go into this thinking, I was like, oh, I'm probably an idiot for never listening to this. Like, I don't know how I haven't ever listened to New York Dolls, especially the first album. And I was like, no. It bummed me out, dude.
I remember looking at it like in stores, and I would always pick like a different album over this one.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I fucking did. Like, I remember looking at Alice Cooper's first album and this one because it's
first album,
black and white.
Oh, you mean Love to Death?
First album.
Love to Death or Love to Death.
Yeah. Looking at that.
That's one. That's another one where that's Love to Death by Alice Cooper is one of my favorite albums of all time. That's a perfect album, in my opinion. If I would have chosen this over that, I would have fucking cried and cried.
Yeah, so something internally was like pushing me towards the light somehow.
Yeah.
It's really interesting how they were even polarized when this came out. Like in Cream magazine, they were voted best band and also worst band in the
That's
same
pretty
fucking
badass.
years.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
I actually really like that. That's awesome. Why? I don't even get it though. Like how?
I think like that's just like some readers would.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Like somehow the polls just came out that way, but yeah, like it's also interesting all the like turmoil, and it's a really deep read on the wiki there, which I'm not gonna go into every story because it's just kind of like this cliche, rock and roll shit, and the producer Todd Rundgren would like butt heads, like they didn't really like each other. He has like a story where he's like, yeah, I would have to like walk in there and plug in the fucking bass because they're this like idiots. And yeah, they just
favorite thing I've heard about this band. Listening to David on vocals, yeah, dude, it definitely adds up. That guy sounds like a bimbo.
They just wanted to fucking party, and they part of that. It kind of reminds me of like, oh, we're not a big rock band, but we're gonna act like one, and it's fucking annoying. If you see it in real life, especially in modern days.
Oh
like,
yeah, no,
fuck those bands.
These days at least, it's a surefire way to never get worked with again.
Oh yeah,
but
show up on time. Yeah, be polite, be humble. Fucking
beg for mercy, really, because you don't deserve anything in life. But back then, it was like there's something. I don't know what it was about that whole diva attitude and the whole being standoffish for the sake of it. Like it made you seem more, I don't know, authentic in some way.
Yeah, I think this America was this more cut and dry, like this clean cut, and then we're in the 70s and the like prime of rock music here, and this wasn't. There's more acceptable things now, and everyone's a personality now, right? So
yeah.
I think there was this less personalities, and if you made a conscious decision to be an asshole,
memorable.
That was personality for some reason.
Also, with less competition, you find anybody who can play their instrument. Like, oh, fuck it, whatever. He's a dick, but he can play.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
now everyone
true.
can play.
You could afford a drum set. It's like you're in, or if you stole your drum set, whatever. But
yep. So this is like the harshest, most negative, best album I've ever heard Alex talk about. He said hardly anything good except for the way he pronounces Vietnamese. Other than that, this has basically been a negative review for your best and personal favorite New York Dolls album.
Yeah, the first two tracks, Vietnamese Baby,
Vietnamese Baby,
Lonely Planet Boy, and Trash. Like that's it. Everything else is just, and like you said, they're not even. I would say the first two tracks are the best, and then the other songs I mentioned are just like, I guess if you like that shit.
If you like that shit, that's really what this is. If you like that shit, all right.
Yeah.
Clearly, I guess we don't. But we have a few more to cover. So
yes, we do.
Let's move on to following year. This is 1974. Too Much, Too Soon. Oh, shit. Sorry. Fuck. I still haven't gotten the hang of this again.
Come on, boys!
I like this song. I think this song, Well, this song, I think, introduces something that the first album didn't have at all. An interesting guitar lick.
I will say, like, the herky-jerky nature of the song is interesting. Well, it maintains the straight rock and roll.
Wait, say that one more time?
Like, the herky-jerky nature of the verses.
Yeah.
And then we get to the main chorus, and it's just straight ahead.
Yeah.
4/4 rock and roll.
It still has like the vibe of the rock and rollness to it, but it takes some detours, I feel like. So let's talk a little bit about this one. All right, here we go. Best personal favorite for me. And this, I'm not as lukewarm about it as you were about the first album. I do like this album. I think it's a lot better than the first one, but more or less the same shit. For better or worse, but it has, so it's the same, not just the opening track. I was saying it during that song, but for most of the album, same energy, same style, same vibe. Just better, there's more personality here. There's an attitude that wasn't there before. There's a little bit more uniqueness, and it doesn't always work for me. So like, okay, track 2. I said that
Stranded in the Jungle?
Track 2 is Stranded in the Jungle. And I thought it was like, first of all, absolutely ridiculous. And I was like, okay, this is so stupid, but it's charming. I'm laughing at it. It's fun. It's ridiculous. It has like that stupid, 1960s jungle. What America in the 1960s thought jungle music sounded like.
Yeah.
So not at all like jungle music, or whatever that means. And then the chorus is like full on female backup singers, rock and roll, the Jerry Lee Lewis piano, and it kind of alternates, and it's just so wacky. And I was like, all right, it's ridiculous, but it's charming. After a few listens, it's fucking unbearable. Like I was charmed by that song in the first time hearing it, and even the second time hearing it. By the third time, I was like, yeah, to put this at the beginning of the album is insane.
I might seek out the original because it's a cover song.
Is it?
So,
that makes way more sense to me now. What doesn't make sense, like I just said, is that it's track 2, and also how David is singing on those verses.
It's a wild choice, really.
And we're gonna listen to it right now.
Yeah. Also, hearing him roll those R's or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's so obvious this guy was going to record It's Hot, Hot, Hot.
Yeah.
Well, I'm standing in the jungle. I'm trying to keep it down. With my little girl that was back in the state. I'm standing in the jungle.
It feels...
Yeah.
Wondering how I can get a message back home.
How do you describe that vocal choice?
I'm not trying to stir shit. I'm not trying to make accusations.
Okay.
But it's because it's a cover, and the guys who did it originally are like a soul group.
Yeah.
It feels borderline racist to me.
You're out of your fucking mind. It just seems stupid to me.
I'm not saying it is.
Right.
I'm not saying it is, but
I don't, because that voice, it doesn't sound like he's trying to sound like a black guy at all. It just sounds like he's an idiot.
I disagree. I think that's like his interpretation of the, whatever. But
then he was fucking stupid if that's the case, because it doesn't sound anything like it.
I don't think he's a stupid man.
Okay.
Because I think his career is so fascinating. But I think this album's worth listening to based on production alone. I think the production is fucking crazy. Like, I can't really think of another band to compare it to where they're still irrelevant. Like, there wasn't a change in labels or anything. And like the production turned on a dime like this. It's
way better.
It's insane.
Yeah, there's a lot more things happening. The riffs themselves are actually memorable this time around, and I I already mentioned before, like they have this different person. It's not just a rock and roll band with a gruff vocalist now. Now they have this kind of wacky and actually wild personality. And also the only example I could think of from the last album that kind of showed that punkness to it, that early punkness, was Vietnamese Baby. Here you get Chatterbox, which is full on every band in the 70s, every punk band in the 70s straight up fucking copied this, like to a T, this song.
I think that's the only good song on the album.
I hate you. That's not true. It's Too Late works. Puss in Boots is decent. Again, go ahead.
Too Late. What did? Oh, okay. So yeah, I think Chatterbox is great. Like people should listen to that song. It's Too Late. I like the guitar riffage to start, but then it just kind of turns into the New York Dolls.
They are undoubtedly the New York Dolls.
Yeah, they have their shit. They're sticking to it.
There's still some of their shit that I like their shtick or whatever. It like I really like David's voice on Who Are the Mystery Girls, because I don't know. There's something so belligerently New York about the way he yells in that chorus. I just
that's another one where I can see how it influenced punk.
Yeah,
I can hear it in that song.
It just kind of hit me right now, like how much of Greg Sage from the Wipers that I hear in these songs, like vocally, I mean, like just the way he pronounces things and the way he shouts them. He actually has like a really cool voice.
He's outside of Johnny Thunders. He's like the most interesting dude in the band, probably.
Yeah, gotta be. What's it called? Don't Start Me Talking. Well, I don't like love the song generally. There is one section where the piano comes in and just starts fucking hammering it in with the rest of the band. It's fucking splendid, dude. It's fucking great.
I'm with you on that. Like, I don't like that song, but the piano part and the guitar solo, I'm for it.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know if I can warrant listening to the song for those two parts.
No, it's more of like, it's on like, hey, that's cool. And then it ends.
Yeah, and then you forget about it.
Pretty much, unless you take notes like we do and write it down. But, okay. So the song Bad Detective is one that perplexed me for a minute. Much like the song Trash, where I was like, I think it's bad. I think I can hate it on a bad day. I don't know how I feel about it. It took me like 3 listens. I was like, okay, I hate it. It's bad. It's a bad song. Yeah, that's right.
I feel like they find something, and then instead of expanding on it, they just like repeat the shit over and over again. Like, oh, we did Vietnam. I can't even say it because the way
say it properly, Alex. Vietnamese,
like we did that. We bought in a gong. It's about, a place in Asia. Let's do Bad Detective. Let's just do the stereotypical Chinese riff. It's
the Chinese dun, 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 with the gong, and then it goes into what kind of? It's not an Asian at all inspired.
No, yeah, it's like this very interesting idea for a rock band to do, just about like a Chinese detective. Like, and it's just like, what the fuck?
It's completely wacky. It's ridiculous. But I want everyone to hear the juxtaposition of that intro, and then it's like a parody of both Asian music and West and old West, Wild West style. It's stupid. This is Bad Detective. And then it's like hokey, country western, Wild West. Yeah, this is bad. Hearing it now,
it's worse than I remember.
It is. And not only is it worse than I remember, hearing it now, I'm like, how did I ever question whether or not this was a bad song? Like, how? What the fuck?
All right.
And then I guess human being. I'll give a slight
I like
thumbs
it.
up.
I think it's go ahead.
It's one of the few instances where I'm focused on something that's not the vocals. I love how dirty the guitar is. It's good.
I don't think it's the most of the most eventful closer, but it's strong. I think it's strong. Yeah. So also we didn't mention on either album, on both these albums, the fucking saxophones I think are pretty solid. Like the way they use saxophones is, it's not tacky. I think it fits really well, and they're all over the place. I
disagree.
You don't like the saxes? What's wrong with you?
Not in this band. Like there were times I didn't even write it down because it happened so much, but there were times when I'm like, dude, the Ramones rock and roll radio really is a masterpiece.
Setting a high bar for me because I have not heard most Ramones albums, only like the first one.
Shit.
Yeah, I never did a deep dive.
I guess I'll just say it has horns in it, and it's fucking fun, and like the horns, the punk rock shit works.
Yeah,
and not that it doesn't work here, but it's just like it's like everything else they do. All right,
fair enough. So this is, I do think it's their best album. I think it's also my favorite, but like at the best parts of this album, it sounds like what every punk band would sound like, 2 to 3 years later. And I think overall the differences between this one and the debut are pretty minor, but I think just this one's just easier to get through. There's way more palate cleansers. Like what's this fucking? There's gonna be a Showdown. It's no Showdown from ELO, but I still think it's pretty fun. And songs like that, they help to space it out. It doesn't all feel like the same exact rock and roll riff, back to back.
That's fair.
So now they break up.
Yes, they would. Drug and alcohol abuse was rampant by Thunder's Nolan and bass player Arthur Kane. They'd break up, get back together, break it up, and this cycle of doing it. Because I know
when Johnny Thunders left, he just left. He never came back, right?
Yeah. So 76 is their last show with the full, like the original lineup. Yeah, Johnny Thunders and Nolan would go on to form the Heartbreakers. Thunders would die in 91 of heroin, methadone overdose.
I thought it was cocaine, methadone.
Methadone?
I think it's cocaine and methadone.
Wikipedia may be lying to me. It said methadone on there. I'm sure.
No, methadone. No, cocaine and methadone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But he also suffered from leukemia, so that didn't fucking help.
Oh, so yeah, that's I'm reading here. This is why don't ever trust Wikipedia, people, because on the New York Dolls wiki it says heroin and methadone. On his wiki it says cocaine and methadone.
Oh, it's conflicting. I need to go more sources here.
Like there's the stuff behind Johnny Thunders' death is crazy. It's like all these weird rumors and all this stuff, like foul play suspected. People think that someone drugged him.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it's like I think was it. I'm gonna double check. I think it was Marky Ramone who said. I'm gonna double check just to make sure. No, it was it was Didi Ramone. Didi Ramone said, I mean, you can't trust us for shit. If Didi said it, the dude's fucking higher the dude is higher before he died than Johnny Thunders was after he died. He said, go ahead.
Oh, one of my favorite DD moments is on the G.G. Allen documentary, and they're like, how do you like being in the Murder Junkies? He's like, what? They're like, the bat. He's like, is that what we're fucking called? Like, he had no fucking idea.
That's great. He's the one who said that, like, someone he had a bad deal with, they came back to kill him and, drugged him or whatever. And then it came out later on, like, that he was also hiding leukemia the whole time. Like, he just didn't tell anybody about it. So, whatever. Who knows? I bet it was probably leukemia, honestly, because I think one coroner report said that it wasn't enough drugs in the system to be lethal or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure doing that gnarly shit while you have leukemia is not.
Yeah, dude.
Not advised.
Not good.
I'm gonna
not
guess.
good. No. But anyway, he dies, and then okay. So during that whole gap, what's going on?
Yeah. And then also Nolan would die following a stroke.
Okay, Jesus Christ. Wait, what year was that?
92.
Fucking A, man. These motherfuckers died young. And also, if anybody wants to have a quick little, because it's not fun, don't even do this. But anyway, what I was gonna say, if you go on the Wikipedia for New York Dolls, their former member list is insane, dude. There's so many people.
Bonkers.
It's longer than most. It's longer than an R&B discography, dude. It's fucking insane. There's like fucking 35 names on here.
It's like looking at the Arcade Fire current members list. And then most prolifically, Johansson did his solo career shit under Buster Poindexter. And like I said earlier, we got Feeling Hot, 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 which is the strangest.
Wait, that was him?
That's him.
Whoa, hold on. I need a second here. Hold on.
In the beginning of the music video, he has like the New York Dolls vinyls, and he's talking.
I'm sorry if I haven't seen the hot music video. Damn it!
It was everywhere, Mike.
Hold on. I'm overwhelmed with confusion right now. He did
he did that fucking song.
I had no idea.
I believe it's a cover, but he did like the most famous rendition of it.
Yeah. Oh boy. Well,
so
that's fucking
why
weird.
Like he's one of the most interesting dudes in the band.
He's interesting.
Outside of his voice, his fucking career choice is just crazy.
Hey, wait, he was born in Staten Island. There it is, full circle.
Oh hell yeah! All the trashy New York places.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But so that was like the most famous thing. And then in 2004, Morrissey, I guess, is a fan of them.
Well, Morrissey called back to Smith's episode 52. Check that one out. That one is that one's people are hearing that one. I'm afraid of. I don't remember what we said and how bad we trashed the Smiths, if we did or not. But that one's good. Dude, people are finding that one.
That was. I forgot to give my accolades on that one. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like when we did that one. But 2004 he got them back together for a festival. And then 1 month after the reunion show, Arthur Kane, the bass player, would die of leukemia.
Holy shit. A month after that's
fucking insane.
Illness as Johnny Thunders.
I can't imagine having leukemia, rehearsing for a big fucking festival, getting on a plane to a different country, playing the show, coming back, and like it's insane. It's insane.
As a guy who knows someone who's died of leukemia, they weren't doing that, dude. That's fucking wild.
But in a way, it's kind of nice because they never made it big in their, the good era, I guess.
Yeah.
So it was like he got his due before he passed. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah. Keep going.
So and then that kind of leads us to our next album.
So they would record a few times as old men, and here we go, dude. This is the bulk of the discography now. We're on to fuck.
Holy shit!
Oh boy, I'm not ready for this. This is 2006's. This is a very, very apt album title. One day it will please us to remember even this. Oh right. I'm waiting for these vocals, dude. I'm excited.
I was kind of on board.
I know you were.
I was kind of on board.
If you've heard the Stooges episode, you know Alex loves him some old man vocals. Well, you're in luck.
I love old drug addict little men trying to make a comeback.
Yep.
We all sleep in one great big bed. People like to think we're seeking ahead. Everything's
Boy, oh boy.
got a bad reputation, just won't quit. To fame with great suspicion,
He's 1,000.
despise hip hop
I mean,
phenomenal illusion.
you called it much.
Pretty fancy words for not really real. Love ain't pretty, it's the way that we feel because
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Much like how I felt with the Stooges, I feel like being an old man kind of just like enhances his vocals.
I disagree so vehemently. His old voice, you know what it sounds like to me? Like David Lee Roth on that last Van Halen album, the reunion one.
Which I dug.
Which I did not. It's like, man, his, oh God. Like he wasn't a good singer when he was young. He was a shouter.
No.
And now he's an old man trying to sing, not to shout. So it's like this destroyed old voice not performing well. That's just all it is. It's just a weird, ugly sound in my ears.
I also like the Fear vocalist. I forget his name.
Lee Ving, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're working with the right people because I hear these voices and I'm like, we can do something with that. We could. They don't actually do it, but I think there's something. I think there's something in there that was never. They didn't capitalize on.
Well, I'll tell you what else is in there is the worst album. This is my worst, and this is this one fucking ooh. Out of all the like
really, if we were getting more specific, I think I like out of the newer era. I think this one.
Are you serious? This one is unbearable. This is fucking
shit.
Garbage on sound. This is, oh my God, man. Okay. So I knew I hated it when I first heard it. Okay. I knew it was bad, but like when I moved on, I didn't hate the next one as much. And then I didn't hate the last one as much either. And I was thinking like, it's got to just be my brain acclimating to this, what I'm subjecting it to, right? Fuck no, dude. I went back a few days later after re-listening to everything else. I'm like, no, this is so goddamn generic in a very modern rock kind of way, but just played by old guys. It's just so fucking weird.
There's like a car crash element to it, and there's so many like. Not that it makes it good, but there's a lot of guests on here, and I'm just kind of like, why?
Who's on it?
Like, Laura Jane Grace Against Me. She's on the opening track, and Punishing World, and it's just like,
wait, is she the backup vocals, like the chorus?
Probably,
because like
probably.
Man, that's really not good. Look at that. She sounded fucking better than that. What the heck? Whatever. Go on.
But yeah, I guess getting into it, then we get Dancing on the Lip of a Volcano, and featuring Michael Stipe of REM, and I fucking hate REM. He really like brings out the mediocrity in that song. Like, I think that's one of the worst songs.
I think it is as well. I think it's just terrible. I did not know Michael Stipe was on there. I'm not an REM fan, but
yeah, I think his boring vocals add to it.
You know, people don't talk about his boring ass voice, do they? Like,
why should they?
They're famous for some reason. I don't know, and people like them.
It's a voice.
To be fair, I've never given REM a fair shot. I don't know what their early stuff sounds like at all.
If someone in REM dies and we have to cover them, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Dude, you shouldn't have fucking said that.
It's gonna happen.
We have asshole fans. And I love them for it. Okay. There's so much I hate on here. I'll just get the stuff I didn't hate out of the way. Dance Like a Monkey, I think, is actually legit fun.
And again, like repeating shit it's just the modern version of Stranded in the Jungle.
It kind of is. It's a little bit less gimmicky, less of a complete joke, but still,
still monkey howls and woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, I thought that I was okay with Maimed Happiness. Not again. Not on the second listen. No.
That song, I was like, what is going on? He probably didn't, but it feels like he reached for a thesaurus there. Like, there's some interesting verbiage going on in that, and that's all I'll say about that.
That's interesting. I mean, also, it's a cool title. Maimed Happiness is a cool title. Actually, one thing that I'll say about that song, it's like it actually isn't really the worst ballad from a writing standpoint. It's not that bad. It's the production fucking sounds like mall Christmas music. It's super. It's like the Christmas Moody Blues album. It's like Christian rock. It has that era of like, oh, this has just been produced by a massive corporation, and I have no idea why anybody would willingly sit through this.
I get that vibe a lot from like the cover too. Like they made this weird choice to make David look like a modern metal guy. I don't know if that was his choice or
I don't know about those fucking bell bottoms looking modern though.
I guess
he looks like a hair metal guy, honestly.
Well, I think this was kind of around like the same time as like Dragon Force and The Darkness, and there was a lot of cheesy shit going. Like it kind of made a comeback in different ways, because like The Darkness is not the same as Dragon Metal, but they have like the level of cheese to them.
Mm-hmm. I mean Dragon Force.
Yeah,
for sure. I'm noticing a fucking thread, and I thought it was just me associating my awful childhood with this music. No. Early 2000s was garbage across the board for like almost all music.
It's really bad.
Like hip hop was a fucking black hole. I can't listen to any hip hop from 2005. And then metal and rock is like the same, dude.
We talked about that on the Roots episode. I also 2006, like how fucking awful the music was.
They had like the only good album in 2006.
There's probably a few.
No, there's more for sure. But okay, what now? Back to the stuff I hate. I mean, also Give Me Love and Turn the Light could be worse.
Again, featuring Iggy, and it's like you don't even notice it. Why is he on there? Like,
I thought I would notice Iggy anywhere. I did not notice Iggy on there.
You have to listen to it if you're. Yeah, but he's on there again doing like backup vocals, and it's just like, why? Why is he?
I feel like it's like you to put it on like the the title featuring
Iggy Pop.
It's just it seems like it really does seem like promotion kind of stuff, just the same way hip hop artists do it. Like it's mostly for promotion, like or cross promotion.
It is.
So I feel like that's probably what might have been happening. Yeah, but so that's all the only good things I have to say. Okay, man. Like there's so much shit. Like fucking running around is just dive bar garbage. Like what the hell, man? And go ahead.
That song also broke me because I wrote like, how does so much time pass and like he's ventured into different genres of music. How does he do that and then be like, okay,
well,
like, let's do this?
When he was on his own, did he do any like rock and roll albums? Because if he didn't, I bet there's like, I'm back to my roots. This is fucking good shit right here.
I could see it. Yeah, I could see that.
I didn't hate. Go ahead.
I thought you were going to kick us off. I thought for sure Mike's going to hate Rainbow Store.
I didn't even write it fucking down.
Holy shit.
I could not have liked it. But it must not have. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to put it on, and if I hate it immediately, I'll remember, or if I remember it immediately. All right.
I don't even know if we'll get to the crazy parts, but yeah, let's throw it on for.
This is Rainbow Store. Is it playing? No, it's not playing. Play. There we go. Okay, it's not immediately ringing a bell because it's just fine generic. Okay, I remember it now.
Oh, this is Turn on the Lights.
Sorry, this is the wrong song. Holy shit, it just fucking... It just wouldn't play the right song. There we go. I swear to God, everyone, I'm not stupid. I clicked on Rainbow. I clicked on Rainbow Star. It wouldn't play it. I clicked it again, and it played the next song. So this is actually
iTunes thing.
It fucking blows. This is actually Rainbow Store. I hate this way more than the last song. I hate it way more than the last song.
This other song had some
rainbow stone.
Huh?
Pretty little doll ain't seen before. Stayed too long with a borderline. My emotional landscape was strip mine. What's
it gets crazy. I don't know if we'll get to it, but
she knew I was watching her.
Man, this sounds like he sounds like Randy Newman, but like bad.
I think I wrote that down somewhere too. Oh yeah,
I hate this fucking song.
It's bad. I also wrote about Plenty of Music.
Wait. Say it again.
On Plenty of Music, I wrote Hit Me With That Randy Newman Bruce Springsteen bullshit.
Yeah. And his voice is like, it's just so goofy. I hate that song. Okay, what else? I don't know. Gotta get it away from Tommy. Fun, I guess, but fucking bad. This one, man, and also the lyrics to I Ain't Got Nothing, super depressing. Like, this is real. This is fucking real, dude. It's not like he was just talking about his own life, having nothing left. But the song sounds like it would be an Adam Sandler movie. You know, the fucking those really overbearing harmonicas. So all in all, as a reunion album, it wasn't any worse than I was expecting it, but it's like it's far less just generic standard rock and roll, but now they've implemented just generic rock of 2006, and that's worse to me. What's way worse to me?
I think this one has some energy to it that the next two don't, which is why I'm like, it's all bad. But if I had to pick one of the new era, like, this one has some energy to it. I don't know.
I disagree. Like I think a different one has energy to it, and I think
interesting.
I don't think this one doesn't have energy. I just think the amount of bad on here greatly outweighs any amount of light I can possibly pick from this. But yeah, this is my worst and least favorite. What?
It's not streaming, but last thing I will say about this is they did get to work with Bo Diddley on a bonus track, which I'm sure this fucking creamed their jeans for. So.
Oh yeah, had to have. So this is the follow-up. You know, the follow-up reunion album. You know how we always want those. This is 2009's "'Cause I Says So." Come on. Sorry. I suck at this. Doing this again. This is some sleazy shit, dude.
Why
this
does
is dirty.
Sound like he's recorded in the fucking 90s.
I like the liveness to it, the live production to it. I think it's a lot more flattering than that fucking Macy's music from the last one. That says so. I don't hate this song. I think it's fun.
This is fucking dad rock in a garage.
Yeah. I'm sure it's like granddad rock at this point. All right, we got the fucking gist. Okay. All right, Alex, what'd you think about 'Cause I Says So?
A real fucking boring,
Yeah.
a slog of an album.
That's right.
But when I was reading about it, they bought back the producer from the first album, Todd Rudniker, and just that choice alone almost feels like we're back. We're gonna like try to rekindle something, and nothing is rekindled.
I like it a lot more than the last one. I'll tell you that. I don't think it's a good album, and I think especially like halfway to the end. Oh boy. Is it?
Oh boy.
You just walk away from that one. But starting out, like Muddy Bones isn't like, it's not bad. I don't think it's too bad. Lonely So Long. Like again, it's like it could be a lot worse. I don't really like it, but it's got ideas fucking in there. It's like there's something there.
I didn't like that song because it's right after Better Than You.
That song fucking blows, by the way. Tell me you didn't like Better Than You.
I didn't.
Okay, good.
Which is why I didn't like Lonely So Long, because it almost felt like one long song.
It does.
To me.
Yeah, pacing wise, it's a very stupid decision. They put two super acoustic ballady songs back to back at the beginning of the album, tracks 3 and 4.
It's this shitty Big Star.
Don't even put them in the same sentence. Oh man. Okay. Also, one thing about this album, there's more acoustic guitars here than the last 3 albums combined. There's they've never done, like they just found an acoustic guitar, like, okay, here's our sound. And they do so many things with it here. It's kind of funny.
They needed the acoustic guitar like on the second album. But that goes back to what I said, where it's like, let's try something different. Okay, first take, that's good enough. Let's repeat it over and over again. Yeah.
So, okay. All right. Back to the acoustics for a second, because we got to talk about Temptation to Exist. It is
not great.
No, but could be worse.
Different.
It's something different. It's a novelty flamenco ballad, which is it's just something about a bunch of old guys like, let's try some flamenco.
I'll take it.
It makes me fucking laugh.
Yeah. On this album, I'll fucking take it.
Yeah, and it's not even like the most cringy thing. Like I was expecting it to be like, abysmal, but it's like it's fine. It's like decent. And then you get other ones where like Making Rain is just awful.
Ooh.
And Drowning, I think, is horrendous.
Hold up.
Well, you like Drowning?
I like the verses in Drowning, but the main chorus is fucking awful.
So the thing about keep going.
Yeah. I just think like the guitar playing on the verses is like, I was like, oh, what is this? Okay, and then the main chorus comes in. And
I actually agree. There is great guitar work, not just in the chorus. I mean the verse, but also that solo is really shoegazy. Really, really heavy on the ambience. It's something that they don't do ever. Anyway, it was done really well. But overall, the song is dark and edgy. It's a weird look on the New York Dolls. Like dark and edgy is a weird look on them.
You know what? I skipped over it, but they bought in this guy on guitar, Steve Conti.
Yeah.
I
Steve Conti. Yep.
And he's known for anime soundtracks.
That's hilarious. Wait, which ones? Throw out some names. Get weird.
I didn't write names.
I'll find it myself.
You look him up, but I wonder if like doing like the flamenco shit and this different stuff is like, hey guys, I play this weird fucking genre of music for my day job.
Yeah.
And you wrote Feeling Hot. Let's do something weird.
Supergroup, dude. Fucking supergroup.
It should have been.
Hold on. Cowboy Bebop? Oh,
holy shit, right?
Oh boy. Theme song performance episode. He did a song on episode 24 of Cowboy Bebop. Kukaku Kiduta. Man, that is too weeby even for me. Wolf's Rain, and I don't know what that is. But it isn't. Is that it? No. Yeah, Yeah,
No, he has a lot. He has a lot.
yeah. That was just like the top hits of it. But dude, Cowboy Bebop, that's pretty solid on the resume, man. Whoa! I'm looking at a photo of this dude right now. From
Just
2011. He's an old man with jet black hair, sunglasses, and a leather jacket. It's not a good look, dude. It's not a good look.
No, this is a standard old rocker from Long Island. I don't know if he's from Long Island, but it fits the aesthetic of the band.
No, I think is it Utica?
Oh, Sammy?
No. That's the part of New York.
Where he's from. He's from.
It's part of New York I'm not familiar with. Ghost in the Shell.
That's upstate New York.
Okay. All right. So he thinks he's better than us. Ghost in the Shell. He did Ghost in the Shell as well. That's pretty good too.
That's pretty good.
Not bad.
But
back
to this shit.
Yeah.
You said earlier something sounded like a song on Adam Sandler's soundtrack.
Yeah.
Fucking Nobody Got No Business, spelled stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a harmonica or what it is on there. I'm like, this feels like when you're watching a National Lampoon's movie from like the 80s and they need like that generic like rock track. There's like, I'm like, this song, should this be in a fucking like Chevy Chase movie or something?
It blows. It was that song that immediately after I had to write down, starting to regret doing this band. It was that song that made the cut for me.
I wrote that a few albums ago, but at a certain point, I'm like, it's a pile of shit. I don't need to keep saying.
Yeah, at a certain point, you kind of get the idea.
And then it's trash.
Oh boy,
version of trash.
I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you what it is right now.
Let me know.
Trash. They decided to cover their own song Trash, but as a reggae song. So it's a reggae cover of Trash, which I'm going to tell you right now. Sorry to break this to you all. It's just a message to you, Rudy. A reggae version of Trash is just a message to you, Rudy. And I fucking don't like reggae and ska, dude. I'm sorry, but
I'm gonna go back and listen to "Message to You, Rudy" and this back to back. But I'm gonna go a hot take here.
Mm-hmm.
No pun intended. I think this is how white people should do reggae music. I thought it was gonna be abysmal, and I'm like,
you
not
liked
awful.
It? You didn't mind.
I don't like it.
Okay, you didn't.
I don't mind it.
Hate Trash.
Like, if it was on in the car, I wouldn't be like, turn this shit off. I'd be like, okay, whatever.
Man, I would be like, who are you? Why is this on? Why are we friends? I would go through full existential crisis. I
might question my friends, taste and overall general being.
Just for having a reunion era New York Dolls album on in company.
If anyone listening to this has a friend, or maybe it's you, anyone who enjoys these albums, like, what kind of person are you? Do you have a restraining order?
Way to point the finger directly at someone. Who are you? Where are the bodies, huh?
I want to know who listens to this stuff. Like, what do you do in your free time? How old are you?
How old are they?
Yeah. So
that was probably a vague joke. I was implying that they're pedophiles, said Alex. I don't know if you caught that.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't. I was like giving them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're like juggalos, where like, I don't agree aesthetically or musically, but maybe you're okay people.
Yeah. That's so funny how that's a thing. That's genuinely how I feel. Okay. A few more things about this fucking album. Okay. So the writing has become even more modernized, I guess is a way to put it. Like My World, the song My World does not sound like it was written by a rock and roll band from the 70s. I appreciate that they're released not just, rehashing rock and rollness or even like the super overly generic stuff in the last album. It's not great. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The thing I do really like, though, is the way David says ridiculous in This Is Ridiculous.
That's right. That's
It's
right.
fucking, and also that song, it's just straight up old school rhythm and blues. Like, Howlin' Wolf, I guess, early Cats and Beefheart stuff, like old school rhythm and blues. And it's cool. It works as a palate cleanser. If I had to hear a whole album of songs like that, I'd blow my fucking brains out. But here it's fine. And I love the way he sounds. His voice is hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious.
You know what I would listen to? If he just did an album of him saying words.
Funny? Sing words funny?
Yeah, I would listen. I would listen to that.
Honestly, there's something really charming about this dude. Even as an old man where he sounds like garbage, I still like him. I still like the guy. Just crazy.
I'm sure, like, this is a backhanded compliment. I'm sure he's, like, very in demand for, like, county fairs and shit.
That's the meanest thing you've ever said to somebody. God. Jesus. The last thing I'll say about this, lipstick, powder, and paint is exactly old school New York Dolls. Like, that is exactly what they sounded like. It's like the only song I've heard that sounds like the old. I don't like the song. I don't think it's awful. But
I'm assuming that's what they wanted to do by reuniting with the producer.
Yeah, and it's
who had to plug their fucking basses into the amp. Imagine he still had to do that here.
This time it's because of senility. It's not even because they're like high. Like it's, I don't think it's awful, but it just, I've had just enough of it. But it's also kind of interesting that that's the only song on the album that really has that old school New York Dollsness to it. Interesting. I did like it more than the previous one. I'm not going to go back to it though, ever. But
I'm not going back to any of these on my own free will.
Let us move on to the last album. We're finally here. The long and prolific career of the New York Dolls in the 21st century. This is 2011's Dancing Backward in High Heels.
Again, much like a lot of New York Dolls songs, I was on board.
So was I.
I think this might be a good song if I can like separate myself from it a few months from now.
I think it's a shockingly pleasant intro.
Yes, but I've been saying the whole podcast, they just run this idea into the fucking ground on this album.
This is one trick pony of the album for sure.
Yep.
It sounds like he's been doing some vocal training since they reunited.
He might.
Yeah. Not much. You can only do so much when you're working with a pile of turd. But he's doing it.
He just needs to say silly words. He doesn't even need to sing good.
Say more silly words like street cake and round round she goes, baby. Like say more things like that, buddy. A doom dum diddly. Like emphasize the diddly.
Yes.
All right. So I wonder how Alex feels. Alex, how do you feel?
Yeah. This is Worsley's favorite, but like, I don't know. I could have flipped a fucking coin between this one and any of them, really.
I don't agree.
Give it...
Yeah, I actually like this one more than the last two. I actually like this one more. I don't think it. I mean, there's a lot of bad. There's a lot of bad for sure.
There's an interesting one-off album by these brothers called Donnie and Joe Emerson, and I'm not going to talk about Donnie and Joe Emerson because who knows? Maybe we'll do it one day. But I just feel like there's shit like this that like taps into that 60s aesthetic better, and it's not that it's awful. It's fucking exhausting.
Yeah,
is what it is.
So this whole album is just 50s rock and roll and doo-wop. That's like it was like a conscious decision, it seems like, from the get-go. Yes. Like, we're going to make an album full of these kinds of songs. So there's no more modernness, like I was saying last couple albums, they were like writing songs that kind of fit in with, you know, the era that they're in now. They weren't really relying so much on like the fun Jerry Lee Lewis style rock and roll. Now it's just, no, we're writing shit from the 50s. All right. Remember Little Richard? He's back in our form. He looks like us now. And then you get stuff like Street Cake, which I think is decent in like a like a shittier old Beatles, like shittier classic Beatles kind of way, you know, like the hokiness of, you know, like it's fun in that sense. It's just, you know, not as well written, even, you know, remotely as well written. But they're like totally 50 songs, like Talk to Me Baby, total 50 song.
Mm-hmm. You know what a dumpster fire is? I'm So Fabulous.
Oh, yeah.
So fucking bad.
I like
so shitty.
The saxes. I like the saxes. I don't like the song though. I like the intro. Oh, I actually like the intro because it's just David like just being a New York guy talking by himself. But it's not. No, it's not. It's like no. Kids Like You.
Brought up. I didn't. Huh? I didn't have anything about that song.
Kids Like You.
Like You.
It's the tropical song. There's like a couple tropical songs, but it's like you know, it's slow. It's tropical sounding. Has those slide guitars. But it still has like the actual writing of it still sounds like an oldie. And then you have full on I Sold My Heart to the Junk Man doo-wop cover. It's a full on doo-wop cover. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it. It's just Monster Mash essentially.
I think for this album, I'll take it. I think that's one of the stronger ones, but comparing it to music, like the entirety of music, every song ever, it's this mediocre.
Yeah, no, it's for sure. I really didn't mind the style for them because at least it felt consistent and it felt like they were in their wheelhouse. Like they knew rock and roll really well. So they were able to like kind of play this in a way that was at least somewhat convincing. Whereas like that fucking flamenco song on the last album, like that's not convincing. Like I don't believe it doesn't feel like you really know what you're doing. It's like fine, but this like it seemed like they were having fun doing this.
Speaking of the flamenco song, I feel like You Don't Have to Cry. Is this a shittier version of it?
It's not. I don't think it's flamenco, but it's I get what you're saying.
If it's not.
Like, I think it has some cool orchestral stuff in there. The strings are fine, but it's like otherwise, it's really weak. It's really, man. Some of the attempts at ballads here are pretty boring. Like just straight boring. Like Baby, Tell Me What I'm On. Just so boring, man. Like, God. And one thing that I noted, I feel like somebody out there probably likes Funk But Cheek, but it's fucking awesome.
Right here.
You like it?
Right here.
I fucking knew it. I had a feeling like someone has to like this. Like I hate it.
I'm that person.
Explain to me. I don't know. Help me understand.
I think because it's just something different. There's not a lot of palate cleansers in this band.
No.
And it's just something different. And they didn't murder the concept to death like they do with everything else.
Right.
Everything else. So, yeah, that song and Fool for You Baby are like the only, like, or I guess I should say the strongest two on this album for me personally.
Yeah, I can't really disagree because I don't feel so strongly about anything, honestly.
Sure.
But I don't know, man. Like, I still thought it seemed like at least it had a cohesive vision, whereas the other ones, like, these guys have been out of the game. They're just kind of throwing shit at a wall, and they're putting together an album when they have the resources and the funds, but not the ambition or the creativity or the talent. Honestly, I'm sorry, but like they're not like the greatest songwriters. Like they're fine, but holy shit, man.
I think that's a fair assessment. Imagine arguing over like, oh, it's shit, but it's better shit. That's kind of what we did.
kind of is like this isn't like I've heard worse. There is so much worse things than all of these albums, but
it's just the monotony of it, and
yeah, it wears thin pretty quickly. And man, God bless him for keeping at it and like not dying. God, dude, they didn't die. That's amazing.
I mean, they technically did. Like the
okay, they did eventually. But like, whatever. At the time of recording, they were alive.
But to me, it's like totally different band because the three dudes, died, and now it's just fucking David and Sylvian.
Yeah.
What's his?
Oh, Sylvain. Sylvain. Yeah.
Sylvain. And then I don't know what they did between 2011, 2006, or 2016. But that's 2016. Someone's like, "Oh yeah, we're fucking done. It's been done."
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine so. Because everywhere I see, it looks like 2011 was like the end. Like, and honestly, I'm looking at these lineups. There are not kidding.
Many.
There are, I think, nope. Just had to add another one. There are 7 members, which means 7 or 7 different members in 2011. By 2011, they had what looks like 4 different guitar players.
Holy shit!
I'm sorry, 5 different guitar players. Let's see, a couple bassists, 2 bassists. Nope, 3 bassists. Like there's so many different lineup changes. Like they're not all dying. Okay, they're not all dying, but like a lot of them are dying. Holy shit, a lot of members have died in this band. This is such a crazy thing.
Speaking of which, this year, this year, at time of report, and if you're listening in the future, this year is 2021. Sylvian died from cancer.
Sylvian, yeah.
In true New York Dolls fashion, he died at 69. So nice.
God bless him.
Nice.
God bless him. Yeah, he. We were supposed to release this episode earlier, but like he had just died right when that happened. Like right when we were about to start. I was like, that's just what happened with our Kraftwerk episode with Florian. Like died right when we were listening to Kraftwerk. It's weird.
If your band is on our list and you're up there in age, you're cursed.
You're going to die. It's for sure. It's going to happen. Sorry.
We just have a death note is what I'm getting at.
And that's a callback to the anime to, was it Steve Cunty? And here we go. Okay. Okay. So there's nothing more to say about the band other than that they were extremely influential. I bet they were a hoot to watch live. I bet they were very fucking fun.
I mean, they fucking better be because they don't got anything else.
Imagine they weren't. Imagine they just kind of stood there. Oh God. No, I'm sure they're amazing. I just clicked on a thing and now I can't find where I'm at. Fuck. Well, we can't do any more song samples because I fucked up my iTunes. But I think that about wraps it up. I think we better recap.
So for me, this by default, I don't like any of these albums. Self-titled album, New York Dolls, best personal favorite, whatever. It's the one everyone talks about. Just fucking icky.
Fuck. Yeah, this is your fucking music critic, Alex, over here.
Worst, least favorite. I was beaten into the ground. I could not take any more. Dancing backwards in high heels.
Dancing backward in high heels. Honestly, dancing backward, like not pluralized, sounds grammatically incorrect, and that's the way they have it. Like, isn't it backwards?
I didn't even think about that. My brain cells are mush right now.
I'm a fucking maniac with this stuff. Like, ever since I first wrote down that album title, I'm like, it should be dancing backwards, right? It should be dancing backwards in high heels, not dancing backward. That's like. But then again, the album before it is called "Cause I Says So" with spelled S-E-Z. So maybe I shouldn't be taking grammatical advice from the New York Dolls. Maybe.
And the album before that is very awkward to say as well. So
it's true. You have to say it kind of like a douchebag. Like, one day will please us to remember even this. It's the only way to possibly say that album title. Okay, my picks. Too Much Too Soon. Best personal favorite. I actually think it's a cool album. It's very interesting. I didn't just pick it reluctantly because I hate the band. I think it's a cool. I'm not going to listen to it again for a while because I listened to it a third time today. Like, yeah, that's my favorite one. Fuck it, I'll give it another whirl. Like, man, this isn't that consistent. Like, even then, I'm like, all right, some rough shit. Still like it though. And then the first reunion album. One day it will please us to remember even this. Easily worst, least favorite. Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so fucking bad. Oh god. Okay. Thank you.
There are some choices made on that album. I'll just say that there are choices made.
This band made choices in life. My god. Oh boy. But thank you so much for listening and watching. I can only imagine the people still here are ones that either also don't like the New York Dolls or just don't care and like us, because anybody that came here for New York Dolls is gone. Is fucking gone.
We probably went like 40 minutes too long on this one, but it's our fucking show. We'll do what we want. I
can't believe this band has 5 albums and we've done an hour and a half. That's like, we're just fucking a couple of chatterboxes now. Like, we just can't shut up. But thank you so much for listening and watching. If you want to support us after all of this, please, we're going to need it. We're losing fans. We're bleeding fans because every time we get someone new, we release a new episode and we lose that person for saying something mean about a band they like. So please subscribe on youtube.com/everyalbumever. Rate, review, subscribe, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram at Pope Jesse Ventura and Alex
at Mother Puncture.
And Spotify playlist on the New York Dolls. There will be 4 songs, 2 songs from each of us. No, there will be more, just not much more. You can find a link in the description of wherever you're listening or watching, as well as we got a playlist associated with every other episode, everyalbumever.com. You get links to merch, whatever. New merch coming soon. I don't know when we'll get a new update, but I'm excited. Yeah.
Unless someone wants to throw more bones our way so we can in turn pay artists to.
Yeah, no, we're not. We're outsourcing this shit. We ain't fucking drawing this shit ourselves, man.
No.
But
At least we have the forethought to like, hey, we should put out something nice, maybe.
Yeah. I'm actually wearing the merch that we currently have. This is from one of my old albums from my old band Broadbill. I don't recommend the album so much. It's fine. It's cool. It's fine. But I think this is a bitchin' ass shirt, and we got hoodies and masks and all that stuff. But everyalbumever.com, and there's also a link to the store in the description. Patreon.com/everyalbumever. Bonus episodes, early access to the Loose End series where we cover, more current albums of bands we've already covered. You get those in advance before everyone else. 20% off all merch, like we said before. And if you want to jump the line when requesting an artist, everyalbumever@gmail.com. Tier 2 lets you jump the line. That's it's very neat and good and fun. And there's also other perks, for fans of the show on there. Oh boy. You're gonna stick me with last song, aren't you son of a bitch?
Want to fight for it? Or I could fucking, it's not gonna be interesting. I could fucking take it though.
Let me think. I don't know. No, it's gotta be I think we'll agree that it's gotta be Chatterbox.
Okay, that's a good choice.
Yeah, it's an actually good song.
Yeah. Okay.
So thank you so much for listening, everybody. See ya.